Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Get a Skill. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's fine. Yesterday we had two trainings. We had a training on storytelling, and we also had another one on introduction to AI prompting. And luckily for you all today, especially the ones who weren't able to attend yesterday's class, today's class is just going to be a continuation of yesterday's class. I'm so sorry, I didn't even ask. Can you all hear me, please? If you can hear me, please just give a thumbs. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so today's class is just going to be a continuation of yesterday's class. And seeing that the numbers have already increased, I can see that there are a lot of people on the call already. We can continue. But for the sake of those people who were not able to join us yesterday, before I introduce our facilitator, let me just give you a little bit of background so you know who is taking us today. So for today's class, it's just the continuation of AI prompting, and it's going to be facilitated by Barinedum Sambaris. Barinedum Sambaris is a Python programmer, an AI prompt engineer with experience building diverse projects that combine artificial intelligence and software development. She has created several AI-powered solutions, but her most notable work is a Bible app that incorporates AI-generated visuals to help readers understand scripture more deeply. She's passionate about
Yes, is it better now? Okay. So today's class is going to just take like everything we talked about yesterday, like just kind of create like one final product with it, or like one final video talked about yesterday, AI videos, and also like as well. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So just prepare your questions, and at the end of the section, I'm going to take the Okay, so today we'll be using free pick. So yesterday, free pick didn't work very well. So today is finally opened. So I'm just going to do a brief recap that I should have done yesterday. And see, so I'm just kind of like showing you guys a little bit about how to create images and videos with free pick. Now. I still like my Okay.
Barney, I don't know if it's just me. I think you are breaking. I think Ruth also is saying the same thing. I think your network is breaking. If you can hear me.
A section for image.
Can we hear her still?
I can hear.
The network is really bad tonight. It's really, really bad tonight. You're back because I can see that you're here. But yes.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Great. I think this is way better. Way, way better. Okay, so that was yesterday. Over to you again.
Okay. I'm so sorry about the network. Just bear with me, please. And if you can't hear me, let me know. So I don't know if you can see my screen.
can hear you, we can see you.
All right. So I was talking about free pick as opposed to Mid Journey yesterday. So this is the free pick interface. It's a very powerful tool for creating images, videos, and even audio. If you want, you can create your audio here. So like I said today, what we are going to do is to bring everything we have learned yesterday together. We talked about image, we talked about video, and we talked about audio. So I just want to create like a simple story that's kind of like shows how we use these tools and bring everything together in one video. So because of the internet, I might not be using free pick again because it seems to be having lagging issues. I don't think I'm going to use free pick today, so we'll just go back to Mid Journey. But there were some, but I can just show you how a little bit about free pick though from what's here. So we have our image here. We have our video. If you want to create a video, just tap here. Still hanging. Okay, you tap the video side, and then when you want an audio, you go to this audio side. The audio is very good for sounds. If you want like background sounds in your image, for example, this bed I created here, it has the sound of birds chirping, like just bed making like bed noises. So it's the audio that makes that possible. So right in one generation, you can have image, video, and audio. And that's why I like free pick very well. Free pick also comes with like so many models. Like when you check here, these are so many models for creating images. You have Google, you have GPT, this chat GPT, you have Runway, you have like so many others. When you want to do videos, the same thing. It's not clicking because of the internet, but you still see that it has so many models as well. Instead of going individually to pay for those other video models, you can just buy everything here once. If you pay for free pick, you have everything at once. So this is the reason I really like free pick, and I wanted to show it to you guys, but my internet is really not working today. So I guess I'll just carry on. We'll do a video. We're going to use Discord back. Then we're going to create like a story, and then we're going to use CapCut to like put everything together, and then we're going to see how our video turns out. So I think we're just going to have like a little fun today. Okay, so this is the story I wanted to create, or we're going to create. It's just a simple narration about a girl that has a roommate, and she got locked up in police cell. So we're going to take this narration, we're going to put it in 11 Labs. So I'm going to unshare, stop sharing. Okay, so this is 11 Labs. We're going to clear this. This is what we did yesterday, just this two. We're going to clear it. And here we're going to use a female voice. And then please tell me if you can hear the voice, like the audio.
But before we go any further, congratulations. Getting here certainly wasn't easy.
Can you hear that? All right.
Yes.
So This is another voice as well. I'll just, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, you guys, I am so sorry, but I had my generator on and they just brought the light. So let me just go and quickly switch this. Please, please, please. All right.
That's fine. Don't worry. I'll hold on for you. That's how we know we're in Nigeria. Sorry. We're not.
All right.
And we Japa will know. Okay. So I don't know if anybody have any questions. Aisha had already put it down in the comment in the chat box. Please put your questions in the chat box. So that when she's done, or from time to time, she can always look at the chat box to maybe answer, or maybe during the question and answer session, which we're going to have right after the class, she would attend to them. So far, I already have one question. I think sometimes we feel I know how to get to this, but some people might need to know the links or web addresses of Midjourney, what again, 11 Labs, Free Pick. So maybe she can drop us the URL, or Aisha or anybody can share URL with us so we can easily just maybe copy. For those people that like copying and pasting a lot, that can help. Also, another thing that quickly came to mind as regards our assignment is that if you have, if you're comfortable using any other AI platform apart from the ones that has been taught for the assignments, you're free to do that. Once again, the assignment is about creating a carousel. What that means is creating images of at least 4, 5, 6 images that tells a story about gender-based violence using AI, using what you already know how to use text to image and text to audio. If you want to add audio, if you don't want to add audio, I think just text to image is fine, but let it tell a story of gender-based violence. Either you're doing something that's a campaign against it, or you're doing something as maybe as a lesson or something. Okay, Barina, if you're back, you can pick up from here.
All right. Thank you very much. So I had to talk about URLs. So I have dropped the URL for 11 Labs. So I think I'll paste the others as well, maybe during the question and answer section. All right. So so this is our audio.
Brian, sorry. When you say URL, you're confusing some of us. Some of us did not go to school. What do you mean by URL?
Like the link, So the link to get to the web app. This is it. This is for the text to speech. There are still other ones, and if you want to use them, you can just Google and check. Some that are especially free. But I'm just pointing out. I'm just bringing up the ones I use and the ones I think are very, very good. So now I'm going to go to the text I have written, and then I'll put it here. And then we're just gonna, now remember, like I said, if you're writing and if you're prompting for an audio and you have any part at all that you want to like just tweak a little bit, all you have to do is just use a square bracket like this, put whatever you want. Like here I can say shouting, close it. Now it's going to increase the pitch of the whole narration. Like it's gonna sound like the person is shouting. And then when you've done it and you see this like blue pink highlight, you know that okay, yeah, everything is set. But we don't want that. I'm just doing a recap, so I'm gonna clean it back. So now we're gonna generate our speech.
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. They provided everything for her.
Once again, please let me know if you can hear the audio. Yeah, okay. So I googled this yesterday, how to do it.
Her without hesitation. But one day, she decided to take on a new roommate, a friend with accommodation issues. This roommate partied all the time and stole things from neighbors. One of the persons she stole from decided to arrest her. But on the day the police came, they could not find the roommate, but they found Amaka. And that is how Amaka ended up in police detention.
Now you can download this. Then also, I just want to point out here, because of some indigenous names, if you want the audio to pronounce your name like the way it is pronounced, like it's Amaka instead of Amaka, you can actually do that by looking for the phonetic. You might just Google the phonetic way that Amaka is written in Igbo and just use it anytime you want to write the name. So that way it gives it that draw it needs, or that I don't know much about languages, but it gives it that intonation that it needs. So it's gonna come out sounding like the way you want it to sound, or the way it's supposed to sound, or something close to that. It won't come out sounding like an English kind of name. So that's one thing I want to point out. So like Amaka, I think you can just Google it. Phonetic. Okay, you can't see this part of the screen. So, but it's something you can just Google and just copy and paste. It's not going to take too much time. So we have downloaded our audio. We have our narration set. It's downloaded here. So we're going to use it later. So for now, we are now going to, I think I'm done with this one. So here we have like a story. And this story is talking about a girl who is happy, and then she had a roommate. So now we're going to prompt our images to reflect some of these stories. We can take it maybe two sentences, one image. So like we have Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. So maybe we can prompt a girl that is happy and a girl that is surrounded by lots of gifts to show that they provided her with everything. So that way we can have these two sentences with one image. Then we talk about the roommate. The roommate is going to be another girl. And then probably we show them talking to each other. That way we can show like a relationship between them. Then this next paragraph is going to be the roommate partying and probably stealing. So it will just allow us to like have visuals for the narration that is going on. So I actually had the first part of the story, which will be Amaka talking. I wanted to show you how to do that lip sync thing where a character is talking and what they're saying, even if it's AI, it's kind of matching their mouth movement and everything. But this free pick is kind of giving us headache because that's the tool for it. So we might have to do without this. If this doesn't pick up, let me just try one more time. If it doesn't pick up, let me see if I just generate something, if it works. If it does, then we use it, then I can show you. Because I've seen people use things like this. I don't know if any of you have seen like there's this Bible vlog thing where you see a character in the Bible like Jonah or David, and they're doing a selfie and they're talking. They'll be like, oh, I'm inside the mouth of a fish, something like that. I don't know if people have seen that kind of thing. Yeah. So that is what I wanted to demonstrate, how to do that with this first line. So Amaka is the one talking, and then you see her mouth moving. But because FreePick isn't working very well today, it was working earlier in the day, or I don't know. Like, it's just blank. If you generate something, it just stays blank. So I think the network is worrying. So we might not have to do that, but maybe some other time. So today we're just going to go back to using Discord. And here we're going to create our characters. We're going to create like the storyline, and then we, continue. So we already know how to use character reference from yesterday. So I'm going to use this same character. There's no need. Okay, I think there's a need since some persons weren't here yesterday. So we'll just start from afresh. We'll have our marker, we have our friend, and then we'll continue. Now, one thing you must know about Midjourney is it has a limitation. If you're going to use a character reference, it can only apply to one person. If you have two persons in the scene, you cannot have two character reference. It has to be one person. So one way that I use to get past that is to describe the other person, or to maybe just show their back so that it's not obvious that their character isn't showing very well. So that's the limitation of a Midjourney character reference. It can only show one person at a time. So remember, we do our imagine, and then we start. So our first line here says, Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. They provided everything for her without hesitation. So we're just going to have like a girl. It's this good. Okay. We're going to have like a girl that is happy. We're going to describe everything about her. So we have like a cinematic shot of a happy girl. She's smiling. She stands in a room surrounded by lots of gifts. Now we talk about her, a black girl with afro hair and 25 years old. And then she wears a simple white t-shirt and blue trousers. And we'll put our aspect ratio, which in this case would be 16:9. Please, is everyone following? All right. Also, I think if you have questions, you can also put them in the chat. So maybe I can talk about the questions. I can answer them as I'm going, especially if it's about what we're doing. So we have a girl, and here she is. She's happy. She's smiling. And for me, I want the third girl. I like the third girl. So let's do the third girl. Then we're going to animate her, and just so that we have a video. Okay, now the second part of the story says one day she decided to take on a new roommate, a roommate with accommodation issues. So I'm gonna like show both she and her roommates like they're talking. So sorry. Once again, I do cinematic shot of a happy girl. Okay, let's see what our video is about. Okay, it's not done yet. You can see it's 59% from here. So let me just continue writing the prompt for the new scene. So cinematic shot of a girl. She is a black girl. She wears white t-shirt and blue trousers and has an afro hair. I just put 25 years here. And she is talking to her friend. Her friend wears a black t-shirt and has braids in her hair. Sorry, with braided hair. Now they stand inside a room talking. Side profile. So that way they're standing in like a side profile and they're talking. And then we give it our aspiration. So this is what the video is like. This is the video that Midjourney created. I don't know if you can see this. Okay. So you can see she's a happy girl and she's surrounded by lots of gifts. So I think I'm gonna go with the first image. So because I'm going with the first image, I'm gonna click U1. So that video and that video alone is what we get here. Then you can download it. This is our first scene, so we download it. It's downloaded now. So I'm still waiting for this one to load. It's still loading. It has not finished generating. So once it does, we'll pick the image we like and we'll convert it to an audio. So with this now, we've gotten like this looks good, Abby. Yeah, because we now have them talking like two friends. So I think I'll go for this image. And I think that maybe there's some things I could have added to the prompts, like what kind of room they're in and all that, but this is just a demonstration. So I think we just leave it this way. So we'll go for number 2. Okay, while it's loading, let's just prompt the next one. There's no need to wait so that everything just comes out at once. So the next part is the roommate partying. So we're not going to look at stealing things from the neighbor. We'll just show her partying. So we have a cinematic shirt of a girl, 25 years old. Let me put a black girl. With braided hair. She wears a black t-shirt and blue jeans. she's partying and she carries or she holds a cup of, or she holds a beer in her hands. Dancing in a house, in a party. So there'll be like other people in the party, but I'm just going to blur them out. Blurred people in the party. Inside a house, and it's night time. So since we have our image here already, I'm just going to animate it as well. You can see the animation animates slow motion. And then we'll look at the last part. The police arresting Amaka. And then we're also going to look at Amaka in police detention. So this will be the next prompt, and then the last prompt will be Amaka like in a cell. So let's just quickly do those two while we wait for the other ones to load. Since this is the image of Amaka we have already, we just use this one as our character reference. I'm copying this prompt we have here, and then I just paste it here. Is everyone following at least? All right, thank you very much. All right, so I have described her. Even if I'm going to use a character reference, I still like to describe. She's getting arrested. There might be an issue that Midjourney would not like us to use the word arrested, but let's see. Sometimes they let it pass, sometimes they'll flag it. The police, the Nigerian police, holds her hands and take her away. Let's see what comes out. Okay, so our video is downloading. So you can see them talking actually. I think I'm going to go with number 2. Then I download it as well. So this prompt did not come out the way I wanted because I made a mistake. She's not smiling. She's not supposed to be smiling. She's upset and angry. Angry expression. Then we have the last one, which would be she behind bars. So I'm going to put that she's an unhappy girl. She's upset and sad, and she stands in a room with bars on the door. I don't want to use a cell or a prison because Midjourney tends to flag that one. Sorry about my network. It's just crazy. So I don't know if we can see this. Yeah, so we can see the police arresting her now. They have their hands on her. So I think we'll go with version number 3. This is 1, 2, and this is number 3. This one here, where my mouse is. Then we're going to animate it as well. Then we'll have one more image. Okay, so actually, I said they're not going to like something like this because they are very strict with their rules. So we cannot animate this one. So I'm just going to show her talking to the police instead of saying they arrest her or they have their hands on her. I'll just show her talking to them. Now, there are ways around this, but it's going to take a longer time to prompt, and I don't want to take too much time again. So I'll just say she's talking to the police. But if you're creating the kind of content that do not need video, at least you already have your image. It's here now. This one is still loading. I'm just so sorry about the internet. It's like really slow today. So okay, so here she is talking to the police. I'll go with number 3, and then I animate it as well. Now you can see the last image we prompted. She's in police custody, like she's in a cell. And I'll go with number 1. And then I animate it as well. So I think so far we've gotten like 5 images, and now we can tell our story. Did everyone understand how we got to this point at least? All right, thank you. So they're still loading. This one is loading, and then we have one more loading as well. Okay, this is a video of her talking to the police. Someone's mic is on. Okay, so because of the internet, it can't show a preview of what the images are like, of what the videos are like. So I think I'm just going to like choose anyone for the sake of the demonstration and then download it. Then same here as well. Just pick one. So this is it. We have about 4 to 5 videos from here, and we already have our audio. So now we can now go ahead to create like our story and put everything together. And for that one, we're gonna need CapCut. So I'm gonna go straight ahead to CapCut right now. So sorry, the reason I
Okay, I think her network problem has started again. Ryan, if you can hear me, maybe you should not share your video because it probably pulls a lot from the bandwidth. But so far, so good. I have an eye on the chat. I can see everybody's questions. Treasure says, I don't think you can see our comments, but don't worry, at the end, she'll probably go back and address it, especially for those comments that can be addressed later. Real-time comments like, so let me see, there's one Emmanuel had asked, you were too fast. Hopefully this video records properly. I think it will this time. So we'll share this training all over again. Brian, let me know if you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So back to you. Maybe you don't need to maybe turn on your camera now if it's going to be pulling from the network. But if you think the network is strong enough, we would like to see your face.
No, it's been giving me headaches.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. I wanted to use CapCut's desktop, but if I use it, you will not be able to hear the sound. So let me log in. And then I'll share my screen. I'm just so sorry because network is really, really bad. It's still loading, so just give me a few seconds or minutes. Okay, you know what? Let's just use the CapCut desktop. So, but the thing is, you won't be able to hear the audio because from what I googled about Google Meet audio, you can only hear when you select a tab, and the tab has to be on Chrome. So any other app, you can't hear the audio from it. So please let me know if you can see my if you can see the CapCut interface. Can you see it? Okay. So everything we have done now, I'm going to import it here. And then we're just going to put the clips together and we have like a video. So first we have our audio. This is the audio we generated before. So I'm just going to put it here. Then as it plays along, I'm going to put the video clip that matches the part of the audio. So okay, so here's the first clip. So when I play this, now you can't hear it, but I can hear it. So, but when you play this, the audio starts playing.
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. They provide.
So the only disadvantage is you guys won't hear it in real time, but when we are done, I'm going to download the I'm going to download.
I hear it actually.
Oh, you can hear it.
Yes.
Okay. Ah, thank God. All right. So this is the audio. This is our first clip. All right. Okay, these are some of our clips. I just bring them in here, I import them. I think 2 didn't load very well, so let me just quickly download them again. The first 2.
Is it my network, or you are not saying anything right now?
No, I'm talking. Just, I think it's my network. So we have our first clip. We're going to play it. Then we're going to stop where it talks about Amaka. Sorry, can you hear me now? Okay. So
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes.
now we're going to stop here because, okay.
They provided everything for her without hesitation. But one day, she decided to.
Okay. So they provided everything for her without hesitation. Then she decided to take a roommate. So this is our second clip.
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. They provided everything for her without hesitation. But one day, she decided to take on a new roommate.
Okay.
A friend with accommodation issues.
Now the video has stopped. So I'm just going to put it again and cut it off at this point. Okay.
A friend with accommodation issues. This roommate partied.
Okay, so now we need our party video. Let me quickly download it. It turned out it didn't download before. Okay, well, we can still go
all
on.
the time and stole things from neighbors. One of the person.
So the next one is where someone came to arrest her. That one will be here. I'm actually waiting for the clip of the partying friend to go here.
All the time and stole things from neighbors. One of the persons she stole from decided to arrest her. But on the day the police came, they could not find the roommate, but they found Amaka. And that is how Amaka ended up in police detention.
Okay, so this is Amaka ending up in police detention right here. I'm going to still duplicate this and put it here. Please just give me a minute. The video is ready. Okay, and we have our parting video. So this is it. So this is how you put the clips to match the audio in CapCut. So you put the audio wherever it stops, like whatever they're narrating, you put the video that matches that narration. And then if it's too long, you can reduce it by just dragging. If a video clip is too long, you can reduce it by dragging it. If it's not enough, you can add another video. But we created just 5 videos, so I'm duplicating some videos to make sure that there's no space or no dark edges. But right now we can see our video from beginning to end, that we now have like a story.
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes. They provided everything for her without hesitation. But one day, she decided to take on a new roommate, a friend with accommodation issues. This roommate partied all the time and stole things from neighbors. One of the persons she stole from decided to arrest her. But on the day the police came, they could not find the roommate, but they found Amaka. And that is how Amaka ended up in police detention. Amaka was...
So did we see that? So now we have we've put everything we learned yesterday and today together. So when you want to download, you just export from here. And then you can have like a marker video. Then I'll put it to my downloads, any folder you want to download it to, and then export. So basically this is the end. I'm going to share this video on the WhatsApp group, but it's exporting at the moment.
Amaka was the apple of her parents' eyes.
Okay.
Barinedum, are you still saying something? We can no longer hear you.
No, I'm not saying anything at the moment. I was trying to look for the video, but let me not waste time. We're actually done. This is the video. I've exported it right now, and I have it now as a video that can be shared to people, which I'm going to share shortly to everyone. So I think this is the end of it. This is our final product. The final product was to get an AI video that tells a story, and we've done that. So this is the end. So I hope we enjoyed this class and we learned something today. So if you have any question at all, you just let me know. I think I can stop sharing my screen now.
Well done, Barinedum. This was a very, very insightful class. Just yesterday, we were able to create images with AI, and now we can make videos. We can tell stories using AI. Thank you so much. So now we are opening the floor for questions. If you have any questions, you can just raise your hand. And if you don't feel like raising your hand, you can just leave it. If you don't feel like talking, rather, you can just leave your questions in the comment section. Okay, we have a question already. Chikeze, you can just unmute your mic and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I don't know if everyone can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much for the lesson, what you have taught us. Like, this is, knowledge is power, like they say. This is something a lot of people pay so much for, still don't get it. And you've broken it down so well. So my question is, I have different questions, but let me just ask maybe two. So the first one is, you used CapCut. I would really love to see the end product of the video. Does it have a watermark, CapCut watermark? Because that is what I experience in most of my videos that I export. I think they said if I want to remove the watermark, I would need to subscribe with them. I don't know if it's because I use the laptop instead of the phone, because I noticed with CapCut and some of these tools, when you use a phone, the mobile phone is different from when you use the PC version. So do they give you watermarks, CapCut watermarks? And do you actually, have you used Canva to do any of this? Because what I just saw, you can actually use Canva to set it up. So that's the first question. Then the second question is, when you make your pictures, when you get your prompt, when you use your pictures, you get the videos and everything, can you resize them to the size for YouTube Shorts, which is I think 9:16 or so? Because some of these pictures, when we download them and you put them in those YouTube Short sizes, they tend to be cut off, like they don't resize, they don't size well. So is there a way you can prompt the AI tool or the Discord tool or Midjourney to give you the pictures in that ratio, in that size? Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Chikezie. Your questions are very interesting, but they're not actually two questions. That's like four different questions. Anyway, the first one is if I can use Canva for things, if I've used Canva for things like this. Yes, Canva can do this, but Canva has limitation. Most times when you want to do things like this, you're not going to do it as short as I did it. You might be looking at a video that is 20 to 30 minutes long. And I think that Canva may not be able to handle that. Also, you can be looking at videos where you want so many other things, like we did basic prompting here. There are promptings where you need like powerful features. You want to talk about the lightning, the colors, and more people, and also where you can even make corrections on like maybe when you're prompting and you have like 2 to 3 and you have like 10 fingers, there's a way to correct it, and there's a way to edit a picture that you have even generated. All those things are things that Canva cannot do, but Midjourney can do them, or like an AI prompting tool can do them. So that's the limitation of Canva. So if you're doing something small and simple, yes, Canva can take care of it. But if you're going to create something that you think that it's going to be like, try to look way more realistic, then it's going to be like an AI prompting tool, like Midjourney or FreePic. But yeah, Canva can do the simple one that we have done. Then you asked if CapCut has watermark. Yes, it has watermark if you use their pro features. So that's why I didn't add any transition or filter or anything, because if you use those ones, you have to pay for them or they'll put their watermark on it. So, but the video we have created, I don't think there's a watermark on it though. So far, even up to the one that I did up to last week, there were no watermark. You know, these people change this. So I don't know if they've changed their policies, but as of last week, there were no watermarks on videos that do not have those pro features. If you do a simple video like the one we did today, there will be no watermark. And what I'm using is the desktop application. I don't think I've used the mobile app before. So the desktop application, as long as you're not using their pro features, there is no watermark. Please, what's the other question? Have I answered all the questions?
I talked about the ratio. Can you prompt the your tools, the AI tools? Can you prompt them to give you the pictures or the videos in a particular ratio, like in a YouTube Shorts ratio 9:16 or something like that?
Yes, yes. When you're prompting with Midjourney, you can see that at the end I added 16 to 9. So that place you change it 9 to 16. Yesterday I also showed that as well. Now when you're making the video already takes the size of whatever you have already done. It's not going to change. That's the thing. So if you have created your image in a landscape format, when you're making the video, it's going to be landscape. But if you want it to be in that YouTube Shorts format, you create the image in that format, then the video is going to also be in that format. So yes, you can change to whatever ratio you want. You can as many ratio as you want, as long as you know the right number or the right aspect ratio size. You just put it on Midjourney and it's going to create it for you. Okay. So does that answer all your questions?
Yes, Ma, it does. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Is there any other question?
Okay, so we have another question. You already spoke a little about it while you were answering Chikeze's question, but I think you can still elaborate more. So Victor Collins asks, how do you handle lightning, color grading, and textures when prompting AI to achieve a cinematic look? I know you already said something about not being able to do that on Canva. So if we can do that on the AI tools, how do we go about it?
Okay, thank you for that question. If you want to do that, you're just going to add them to your prompts. So if you want like any color grading, you'd add it inside your prompts. If you want any form of lightning, you add it inside your prompts. If you even want any type of shots, like close-up shots, medium shots, over-the-shoulder shots, add it inside the prompt. So when you're done with saying, Amaka is so-and-so girl, comma, she wears this and this, you can now add a close-up shot of her face, and then so-and-so lighting, color grading, whatever texture you want. Everything is inside the prompts as you're doing it. Everything is going to be there. Then it will give you that kind of it will give you whatever it is you have added in the prompt. You can add anything at all, even the camera that you even want to use to shoot, like even the type of camera you even want. Because from what I get, I'm not a photography person, but from what I get, different cameras have different outputs. Put it inside the prompt as well. It will give you a picture that looks like that's kind of camera shots the image. So whatever you want, just put it in the prompts. Put comma, put it in the prompts. So just like that, you can get anything you want as long as it's inside the prompt. So I hope that answers your question.
All right, that's perfect. I'm so sorry. Please, if you had sent a question earlier, could you kindly resend your question? Because I had network issues. I had to rejoin the call again, so I don't have access to those questions. So if you had sent a question earlier, please send it again to the chat box. Thank you very much. But if you have more,
I can see a question here.
Okay. I can see it as well. So Victor again asks, how can someone write powerful prompts that deliver consistent and realistic AI video results?
So yeah, yesterday we talked a little bit about prompting, and if you're going to write a prompt that is consistent and realistic, it's going to be how detailed your prompt is. So for today's demonstration, because of time, we made it as short as possible. But if you want it to look like a normal image, there's so many other things you're going to add in the prompt. You're going to add like maybe a photography feel, like just different things. Whatever it is that you know will make an image realistic, you just add it inside the prompt. And then if you use a consistent character, it can give you consistency in the output. or if you use like a consistent style as well, and the style is like the things in your description. So as many times as you're writing the prompt, you're putting all your descriptions back, it's going to give you a consistent image, and that will now affect the AI video results. So when your image is already looking good, your AI video will look also, it will also look very good. But it starts with the image. Also, remember that you can also do AI videos without images too. So if you're not going to write prompt for an image and go straight to the video, you have to make sure that the prompt for that video as well is really, really good. That's the only way you can have consistent results. Okay, I see another question here. It says, please, can I create image from another website and bring it to FreePic for animation or lip sync? Yes, you can. You can do that. I think the issue is just that FreePic is misbehaving and is not really coming up. I would have just shown you where to just go and click, and when you want to upload an image to FreePic. So you can upload an image and then make it a video. Even if you didn't generate the image from FreePic, you can do that. You can also make it to have that lip syncing thing. Even if you didn't generate the image from FreePic, there's a way to upload it. So yes, you can. So I hope that answers your question.